Seriously, because you guys are obviously like giving the opportunity to see how you guys do it. I know how long you've been doing it. You know, and I've been watching your stuff on YouTube, so I know you're good. So I want to like make the most of it. And I appreciate you showing this so far. No, honestly, it gave me like, a lot of inspiration because I was like, I'd seen you stuff.
Welcome to a massive night of football at Perry Park. It's the Kappa Queensland Cup final live on FQ TV. Two proud clubs with rich histories go head to head as Gold Coast Knights take on Brisbane City in the battle for silverware. Well, by their own standards, both sides have had a season that fell short of expectations, but tonight offers them a chance to rewrite the narrative and finish on a high to lift a trophy that would mean everything to the players and staff. Well, Gold Coast Knights arrive with attacking firepower. Marquez Walters, who netted a hat-trick in the last clash with City, will be the one to watch. Brad Nidman and Ty Cobb will be the creativity in midfield, while Luke Kroll, Akabari and Brown are all missing from the Knights squad. Well, Brisbane City, meanwhile, are hungry for redemption. Brown and Doherty will provide leadership stability, while Mudnik and Love Samira offers pace and flair going forward. Well, under Peter, Brisbane City have blended a little bit of youth and experience to great effect, and they'll be desperate to cap their season off with silverware. It's all on the line tonight: pride, redemption and a cup title. The crowd have been brilliant all day and the energy is rising for this final clash. The wind has been relentless this afternoon and it doesn't appear to be letting up. My name is Alan Kroll, and joining me in the commentary tonight is a man well known across Football Queensland, a true legend of the commentary box in the state, James Coughlin.
Well, good evening, Alan. Good evening, everybody. Game 3 of 3 here at Parc de Paris, the home of football in Queensland. It is going to be an exciting clash between two sides. This is their last game of the season. There quite literally is nothing for them to lose tonight. And so let's just see how they go going for broke for the title.
What's your thoughts on Brisbane City here? Do you think they all have a chance against Knights? Or?
I think they certainly think they're going to have a chance, and that's probably the most important thing. You've got the cup football specialists in this team, not to mention the Englishman Marcus Barnes leading the line. Boy, is he good, and what a mid-season acquisition for him. Meanwhile, going the other way for Knights as well, plenty of big game experience, plenty of players familiar with winning a title, but goal scoring has been a massive issue for them this season. I wonder if they fall behind, are they going to be able to find a way back into the match?
It's one of those things that you just don't know what Knights side is actually going to show up, because they have been quite inconsistent through the year, and that's probably the reason why they missed out on that top 4 spot.
It is, and it hasn't been an overly stable season at Knights as well. Scott McDonald was in charge. He's stepped away and still serving as a football director, so he stepped away from his NPL head coaching role. And they're now just switching sides after the coin toss, but Dave Abella has taken over. It's his 11th game in charge tonight, and he's had a bit of a baptism of fire as well, including that Hahn Australia Cup round of 32 clash against Auckland FC. Yeah,
it's always going to be a tough evening when you've got an NPL side against an A-League side. I think, what do you think about Brisbane City in the Australia Cup, how they ended up?
I think it was awesome. I mean, you talk about baptisms of fire. Peter Gaffney was in that same spot 12 months ago, and this year he oversaw a side that showed phenomenal grit to get themselves all the way through to that quarterfinal against Avondale, which, look, let's not talk about that. Let's just focus on the game here.
And we are just moments away from kickoff. As Tom Fell is the referee in the middle, we await the whistle. Brisbane City in the dark blue, going from right to left, with Knights in their classic red kits going from left to right. It'll be interesting to see how this Knights side fares without the experienced Luke Kroll at the back. And we are on the way here at Perry Park. Immediately, City looking just to get up on the front foot. I think Martin's actually playing that central role there, James. Always thought he was quite effective on the right left back.
He has no shortage of experience playing through the middle, as early hold there on Ty Cobb, not called, but Tyson Martin, he's played centre back for Brisbane City in the past, going back to 2020. He also has played fullback and central defensive midfielder.
That was Walters there, just trying to slam it across, but it is well defended. Might have a second bite of it. It was Diaz. There's King. Nice, just looking to recycle it with Martins. Up to Diaz. A bit of a forced pass. It might squeeze through here, and it might go for a Knights corner, I think. It has done. Good bit of play there from a Knights, as Cobb was the one making the run in field.
Ty Cobb joining Knights from the Raw Academy after the opening 3 match days of the Kappa Pro Series this year, and really settled into life on the coast, scoring 9 goals in 27 appearances for this club.
Yeah, he's a good talent, Ty Cobb. Always likes to make those type of runs.
Can hit a home run as well.
Yeah.
I think there's about 4% of the audience that got that, but I don't care.
King took that one short. I think it might have just been an offside there, because it is indeed King just not getting back in online.
Inman, who just dawdled a little bit along the byline, unable to get back.
So they tried to be a little bit creative there to squeeze that through, but I think in the end, Knights deal with it. It's Walters picking up. He's got a bit of pace about him on the short yards.
It feels almost strange to say that the move for Walters hasn't quite gone to plan for either side. I know he's scored a stupid amount of goals this season, but it still feels like he took quite a long time to settle in to the Knights system.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he is a talented player, and you just know if he gets the opportunity, he's probably going to score. As Brisbane City look to try and break through with Mudnick. For delivery, does come across. Oh, and there's a shout there for a penalty. Referee had a little look at it with the linesman and decided nothing in that. What do you see there, James?
Oh, I certainly can understand the calls for the penalty, but I think the foot of the defender might have gotten there ahead of Jakub Mudnic.
Yeah, if you talk about Marquez Walters, back to that, James, I think if he's just in the right place at the right time, he'll score. We've seen that this season, but you're right, he hasn't seemed to just fit in that style. But it has been a bit of a rebuilding season for Gold Coast Knights. It
has been, and that's something that does have to come through with any sort of analysis. But with the way Walters plays, he's so good at running in behind the defenders, but he's just had to play a little bit more as a hold-up man, trying to add that element to his game, and still young enough that he can develop that skill if he wants to go on to higher honours.
Well, just King there trying to burst into the box, but I think he's just fouled the defender. Langdon in goals for Brisbane City today, James. You know all about Langdon?
I would say the best goalkeeper we've got in NPL Queensland as well, and I've said as much, to the disagreement of a few people at Penn Power who feel like they might have the best shot stopper, but I mean, it's 1A and 1B, and Langdon, I think the phrase I've said the most over the last 7 years is saved by Langdon, because he's always capable of producing something phenomenal at the drop of a hat, as Olympic Kingsway found out, and also Olympic FC. Koyo down with a bit of claret for the mid-season acquisition. Or is it his shoulder? Look, this is why I'm not a doctor, Alan. Bail me out here.
Yeah. I wish I was a doctor. Actually,
my parents wish I was a doctor.
You know, we talk about goalkeepers there with Langdon. I think a small shout for Popovic. He's quite a good keeper at St George Willawong.
Oh, he certainly is as well. And I mean, we're blessed with plenty of good local goalkeeping stocks as well. Casey Wentz starting tonight for Knights, and the cup-tied Carlos Saliadare, 3-time NPL New South Wales goalkeeper of the year.
Bolton. City coming away. And McCunnock comes looking back to Bolton. He gets it back. There's a bleak delivery. Mundrick was there, but his went equal to that.
It hasn't been the easiest season for Casey Went as well. He was battling with Lachlan Duke for time at the start of the season after spending so much time as Langdon's backup.
It's a great ball there from Diaz. Get the ball across goal. It does come across, and Langdon actually hesitated there. It's just actually gone out of play. It was Cobb again, just making the support and run. Just not able to keep it in.
Pace to burn up front with Ty Cobb, Marquez Walters, and players that can tee them up with the inch-perfect through balls. Heavy touch by Barnes, though.
Up to Barnes from Mundrick. Good to try and get it back, but it's battling in the middle of the park here. Oh, that would be a foul there. Referee probably could have played on a bit there, but Knights will take that. There's the captain of the day, Martin.
And a real vote of confidence in the young player, Martin, as well. I say young player, he's been around NPL Queensland for a very long time, and certainly trusting him to show the leadership that they'll need tonight.
I always believe that Martin's a coach's dream. He's happy to just run up and down that park all day.
I'm sure he's probably happy to play central defence where he doesn't have to do as much running.
Oh, Barnes might latch on to this one here. Wentz committed, and he does actually get out and make the stop.
And Leighton held him up very, very well there, just making sure that he wasn't going to be able to find a way through.
Leighton doing his bit. City will look to recycle. Good spell this here from City as they look to try and create. Lando with a looping delivery. And the wind's died down a wee bit. I don't think the wind took that one, did it?
I don't think Corey Brown will be able to blame the wind for that one. Just got under the football there. I think he was trying to wrap his foot around it and get that curling delivery into the box we've seen almost 200 times for the Brisbane Roar. And a few times for Melbourne Victory, but again, we won't mention those.
It's a foot race here, Walters. There's a slip there, and the referee's actually pulled it back for the foul.
Looks like he just caught Sadazai on the heels there.
Don't have the benefit of a replay today, so. Out here to Brown. McGrath. Brown looking, trying to keep this one, and Diaz gets the tackle in. Brown trying to take it quickly, but no less City players available to him. As Mudnik fires it across. On one at that front post.
Plenty of confidence for Jakub Mudnik as well. With the brace on Tuesday night for his side's win against Aurora in the NPL regular season finale.
With Martin. Back to Wendt. Definitely has a feeling of a cup game, James. Both sides just starting to feel each other out a little bit. Doesn't feel like a league game.
No, certainly high stakes in this match as well, with the trophy on the line, and what will be the only chance for either of these sides to claim a trophy in 2025. And sides that do expect silverware, especially City, perhaps inspired by their women's triumph not that long ago over Olympic.
Absolutely, yeah. And obviously Brisbane City women's also winning the game just before with 3 goals to 0. There's Diaz, right foot delivery. It's Cobb is there! Ty Cobb scores!
Joel Anich.
Oh, Joel Anich gets in there at the front post. I could certainly do with some glasses up here in the commentary box, but Gold Coast Knights take the lead here at Perry Park.
It was a beautiful delivery in as well, just enough to cause the uncertainty in Langdon, and just a well-placed strike for Gold Coast Knights.
Just as Brisbane City were just starting to build up themselves, they'll be a little bit more creative. Gold Coast Knights hit them with a sucker punch.
It was Shelford. Deus with the driving delivery towards that near post area, and I wonder if that's something that Knights are going to try and exploit as this match goes on. Deus so strong coming forward from that fullback position, and another one of those players with no shortage of versatility. Former coach Ben Kahn always speaks highly of him from their time together at Central Coast Mariners Academy and then at Olympic.
Tails are up here for the Knights. Again, it's with Walters, and the referee linesman actually flagging that as a free kick as Knights look to extend their lead while they've got the tails up. You know, the Knights do like to play a lot of wing play, so I think from the fullbacks, Deus is very important how they play.
And that, funnily enough, almost matches up perfectly with the way City are happy to play as well, getting their team back compact with plenty of experience at the back as well. It could be put to the test here.
As again, it's a delivery, it's towards Walters, and he gets a head on it. That time, almost falls there, and it is finally deflected over. It did fall for Cobb, but then landed Vanek. And what's the referee signal for? Corner kick?
He certainly has, and boy, that was a very nervy moment for Brisbane City, not clearing their lines, and I thought it might have been Cobb would take that shot on the first time, but he just hesitated. We've got now Knights with a corner and the conference meeting in the 6-yard box.
Knights currently piling the pressure on.
A word from the referee. I think we might have an early change coming up here, Alan. I've just had a look at the Brisbane City bench. Malachi Love-Samira, he's getting ready to come onto the pitch.
It's a player that was a bit of a surprise that didn't start this evening, but here is the delivery. It's King with the right foot, goes right on top of the goal line, and City will attempt to clear, but the pressure's still there.
Not giving them an inch.
Oh, looking for the 1-2, but the pass wasn't on. City trying to maintain possession to try and break up the park here. A little bit of a loose touch. And it might break here, and it's good goalkeeping from Langdon. He's so quick to come out, James.
He is. He's never short of confidence, Josh Langdon, and after his recent run in the Australia Cup, as Deus will get a talking to. I think that's been the theme of the refereeing today, Alan. A lot of leniency when it comes to showing the cards.
Yeah, there certainly was a lot of leniency in that women's game that I witnessed just before.
It went both ways. We're not trying to say anything.
Langdon on the ball.
Trying to see which of the City players is struggling as well, because Love-Samira is kitted out on the sideline.
McGrath. There's a ball over a tight. Knights do the defending well.
Getting the job done.
City giving it away. Flag stayed down here. Ty Cobb with it. Walters making inroads inside. Cobb still going, getting to the box, fires it across. Walters just trying to direct it goalwards. A little bit unorthodox, but almost paid off.
It was at just that awkward height for him as well. He had to lift that foot up to try and direct it goalwards. I'm sure he would have been able to try and score that one with his waist, but improvised attempt at the finish from Walters, and he's a quick thinker.
He's a
quick finisher too.
He's a goal poacher, as they say.
Well, that is the strength of his game, making those runs in, whether it's trying to get on the end of a through ball or on the end of a cross. He knows where to go, and really hoping that that continues tonight, although...
That was a good chance there for City just to keep pressure on Knights, but they do work it well down this right side. Barnes was the target, but just a little bit over hit again, a little bit frustrating there from City. They're building up nicely, but just in the final third at the moment, they're just lacking that creativity.
They are, and that is something that will take time to come on a night like tonight.
Oh, it was a little bit of a late one from Leighton there. It was a good touch and turn from Mudnik. Brisbane City with an opportunity. We'll look to take it quickly. They do. Here's Brian. And with Mudnik to try and create it. That's nicely worked. Here's Barnes trying to get the left foot strike. But who else but Martins is there to defend the clearance. Is it quite good enough? Brian asking for it right wide. He gets it again. This time it's a left foot delivery. Doesn't make it off the ground. City still keeping the pressure alive though.
And it's the two overlapping fullbacks that you'll be counting on for experience in a situation like this. With Brown and Mirko Crociati. Both very steady heads at the back. Reminding their respective teammates there's plenty of time to go.
It's a great switch-up play at the back line. I don't know about you, James, but when I was brought up to play football, there was none of this playing around at the back. It was just, do not switch it over your own box.
Pretty much, yeah. It was just get the ball long and kick it to the one fast kid we had in the team.
That wasn't you, was it?
Oh, God, no. I only have an advantage if the pitch is about 5Ks long.
Yeah. You can run all day, though.
Sadly, not well enough. That's why I'm up here in the commentary box with you.
I'm just here to look after you.
I'd say I need supervision.
Brisbane City trying to build it up. Mudnik's just been a little bit creative there. Looks Crociati just forcing the ball down the line, but we still progress with the captain. Here's Bolton. They're crowded out. Still with Crociati. Don't want to lose possession too high up the park. That's Walters surely offside there. The linesman does bring it back. He was standing at least 2 or 3 yards off there.
Yeah, he's quick, but not that quick.
Very eager to get on the score sheet. Here's Marcus Walters.
He's already seen his teammate do that.
Was it a 3-0 win for Gold Coast Knights against Peninsula Power last time out for them to get here to the final?
Yeah, dominant performance from them in the cup.
That was a not bad delivery. Martins with the clearance. Still City with it. They work it well here to Brown. McGrath back to Brown. Not looking just to throw it in yet with Bolton. Diaz has got the strength to match Brown. His clearance, and Walters doing his defensive duties.
Coming back there, and should mention as well, Alan, Love Samira now back on the bench with his substitute bib on, so perhaps he might not be required just yet.
That's a lovely bit of play there from Mundick. He really created that opportunity, and Bolton just trying to get a cross goal. Takes a nick off Martin, and we have a corner for Brisbane City at the first corner of the evening.
Feels like it is, yes. At most it will be their second.
Glad you're taking note, James.
If I could take football, I only have to count it once.
City looking to respond. There was a near post. It's put away, and this is where Knights can be dangerous, and this is where Marcus Walters wants the ball. Crociati up against him. He's got options to his left, and he just couldn't quite squeeze it through. That was an opportunity. City very slow to get back there, actually.
They were. Knights had numbers, and Galindo, if he didn't block that pass, it would have been 2 on the goalkeeper for Gold Coast Knights. So great work by Mark Galindo.
Just think there, maybe if Walters had lifted the pass. Just trying to keep it on the deck. Stairs. That's picked up again as Brown. Budnick. It's Halliday. Haven't seen an awful lot of Halliday as yet. Number 6 role. Brown with the overlapping run with McGrath. City still continue to build. Brown. Can they find a way through this Knights defence? Budnick to Brown. Again, the ball's just thrown in. It's a bit deep. It's knocked away. Knights now again will look to hit them on the counter. Halliday just trying to get back with King. There's with Cobb. Just gets away from one. The right foot strike! Oh, just over the bar. What a strike that was.
I'm surprised that didn't knock down the concrete pillars behind it, the goal there. That one was a howitzer.
So much venom on the strike. That would have been an absolute worldly. And that's the danger for Brisbane City. Knights just driving forward. Again, it comes from a good bit of play from City. Knights just so quick to get up the park. And for a side that in most of the games they dominate possession, they are quite good on the counter-attack as well.
They are, and I think they understand how to shift between league and cup football. I think back to the grand final they won against Moreton City a couple of years ago, where Max Brown scored on the half-hour mark, and then they just sat back and absorbed the pressure. It's Bolton.
Yeah, Bolton try to get to the byline again. It's a good bit of defending there.
That's the one player that Gold Coast Knights really are going to have to watch when City go forward. Bolton, it looks like he's got that free rein to sort of just drift wherever he feels like is necessary. The teammates will help cover around him. Bolton is very, very dynamic with the ball at his feet.
Corner for City. Again, it's towards that near post, and it's just knocked away. Don't think they knew much about that at all.
I think it was just a wall of red in the way.
Crociati will throw that one back across. There's McGrath. Oh, lovely touch from Plusson, sorry. Yeah, he's trying to clear it. No handball signal from the referee with Halliday. And there's a turn, Mudnick. He's fancying the shot, and he does have a wand of a left peg, but difficult position. He wasn't really set up to shoot from there, I don't think.
No, I think he didn't quite get the contact he would have been hoping for on that one, but again, just a warning for Gold Coast Knights as well, that Mudnick so confident on the ball, although they would know him pretty well, having spent a season with Knights as part of their treble winning side. Has actually made the rounds, Jakob Mudnick, for a guy who's still in his early 20s. Capalaba, the Raw, back to Capalaba, Gold Coast Knights last season at Wynnum Wolves. They're now at Brisbane City.
He's a talented player. There's no doubt about that. It's Barnes winning the header. It's a nice little layoff here, and again, Ulster's good play seems to be coming down this near side. It's with Brown into Barnes. Barnes. That's a nice little ball across here. City looking just to try and throw it in, possibly. Still alive. Then floating it back in, and that'll be picked up easily by Went.
You're right about them trying to work it down this left side. I wonder if they feel like Brown might have Deus for pace. With two very experienced campaigners, I think it's the polite way to describe it.
Here is Deus with Martin. A very entertaining opening period here at Perry Park. I think Martin stayed onside that time. No, he certainly didn't. Commentator's curse. Crociati. Last possession just given up again from City. As I've struggled a little bit to create much down the other side of Gold Coast Knights backline. Stairs. He was looking to deliver it, but cuts it onto his left foot, trying to squeeze it through. There's Martin this time! And would you believe it? The man just can't stop scoring in big games. Gold Coast Knights go 2 goals to the good.
And what a finish from Walters. Back to goal. And then hooked it straight past Langdon, who surely knew what was coming, but just couldn't get his hands up in time. And Walters, he has a penchant for the spectacular. 2023 Grand Final, 93rd minute. Tried the bicycle kick for Moreton City for the equaliser. Just sent it wide. This time, though, for Gold Coast Knights, he buried that chance.
It's a wonderful finish there from Walters. And I think after what you said earlier in the game, James, I think a Walters goal was written in the stars.
It almost felt like it had to be. This is 22nd in all competitions this season, Walters.
City need to try and regroup and respond, and there's a wonder strike, and that just goes far and over the goal.
Went is remonstrating with his midfielders, saying, don't let him do that again. Have we not learned? And I think that was also a bit of a danger to those Brisbane City juniors that are behind the goal. Sadly, it couldn't hit the bullhorn.
Wasn't that an alarm to let us know when the wind picks up?
The bullhorn, the vuvuzelas. Know what I'd be aiming for.
Gold Coast Knights leading by 2 goals to 0. City looking for a way back into it. We're just shy of half an hour played here at Perry Park. Oh, pushing it back there. Probably more of frustration there from the centre half, Plusson. Inman to take this free kick. Man, I'm claiming that he's a Scotsman after playing with the Scottish youth sides.
Well, it feels like every second player has dual nationality nowadays, so why not? I think you're just disappointed you didn't get to do your claim that you're related to Luke Kroll because of the surname.
I know. Gutted that Luke Kroll's not on the park, but got a cracking name. Belter of a name, Luke Kroll. Again, looked towards this near side with Brown. Back to Brown. City still looking to create. McGrath and Bolton. Diaz for company. It's a nice wee touch, but Diaz is there. It's with Inman. Down right to Walters. Walters using his strength really well. Looking for the foul.
Pleasant just stronger in that instance.
City still coming with it. There's Brown. Left foot's a wee bit deep. Does come to that back post there of Galando, who's looking to shoot, squeezes it through, nice little touch, and fires it in!
Game on, Jakub Mundic.
The man we just spoke of just moments ago, he's had 2 bites at it, but he scores this time, and Brisbane City are refusing to go quietly. They're back in the match.
Well, there we go. We always say we want chaos in these cup finals, and 29 and a half minutes in, it is 3 goals and a couple of worldy hits.
It's a great strike from Mundic. I think it was on his right side there too, James. For a left footer is not too bad.
Ambidextrous attacking midfielder, I guess, at the moment.
It's exactly what Brisbane City needed. The game was looking like it may get away from them. But they pull back. 3 goals in the first half. First half hour, we are certainly spoiled here at Perry Park. Live on FQ TV is... Oh, that's a challenge there from Max Brown on Martins.
Corey Brown.
Corey Brown. Yellow card, first yellow card of the evening.
Seems like the right decision there as well. Not entirely sure that it was a clear denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. A couple of players could have been in cover as well.
There's a lot of adjustments of that rule of the last man tackles and whether it's inside the box, outside the box, and goal score opportunities, all that into consideration. Gold Coast Knights love to regain that 2-goal advantage.
I don't know. We know Inman is very strong at the set piece, but how much are they missing Max Brown in a situation like this? The man for the finals.
He's away on his honeymoon at the moment.
So I'm sure he's watching us and wondering what are these 2 idiots talking about.
Inman's delivery. Is it Walters? It's there. That's actually a really good save from Langdon.
I think some of the ball crossed some of the line, but not the whole of the ball over the whole of the line.
As we await the VAR check, James.
Hang on. All good. Play on. My watch just says it's 8:01. I don't know why I'm doing the visual gags.
And no one can see you, James. Oh, it's a good tackle there, and actually everyone stopped. Here comes the main man, Barnes. Looks to try and squeeze it in. It's a little bit of a overhit towards Bolton. He's still trying to keep her alive. Again, looks to try and get in. Nothing in that, and Knight's clear. Huge shouts from the bench. I think there, Walters looking to break, and that'll be a foul there. It is.
Against Walters, yeah, but is that Halliday claiming he got a little bit of a whack across the lips?
It is a tough one. Referee usually favours the attacker in that situation, but they were both pulling on each other.
And I also think there might have been that. If the foul was going either way, it might have been swung Knight's way because of the second City defender in that challenge.
Here's Martin. There's always looking to get on the outside. And shift back in. Martin flung over top. That will be dealt with from City. Mundic bring it under control. McGrath gives it away. Knight's in a good area here as Walters to his right. Does come to Cobb now. Walters in the middle, obviously. Cobb with it. Panic. Back to King. Cobb. Knight's trying to create something. Still Cobb goes. He's running into a little bit of trouble. Martin. Always looking to shoot Martin, and it does take a block. Well defended. Koru keeping it alive. Knight's just trying to invite City to come back out. Going to come back to go forward.
We've got a score update as well from Cornubia Park. Logan Lightning 1, Brisbane Strikers 0 in their FQPL round 20 catch-up match. And that has just gone full time, which means Magic United, confirmed premiers. Rochdale will take the second promotion spot. Broadbeach confirmed third, and Strikers in fourth. So it sets up a fascinating semi-final series in that competition. We are mentioning because we are at the home of Brisbane Strikers as well. And that also means Magic United and Rochdale are promoted. So congratulations to them. Look forward to seeing them in the NPL next year, taking on these two sides at various points in time.
Brisbane Strikers would have been the favourites for that one, eh, James?
Well, Logan, in the last week, have spoiled 3 teams' premiership hopes by taking points off Broadbeach, Rochdale, and now Strikers. So pettiness is a wonderful way, wonderful motivator, and for Logan, they've done that in spades to close out that season.
There's the captain coming to keep it alive. Crociati will be the right foot delivery. It's not a bad one, but it's getting collected by the number 1. There's a cross here to Diaz. Playing on this right side, he has been predominantly featuring on the left side for Gold Coast Knights this season.
Does also, I think, depend on how they want to go after the opponents. They've got no shortage of left-sided players at their disposal, but Diaz tonight, right-sided fullback. And,
I think he is stronger on his right side, Diaz.
He is naturally a right-sided defender. That's where his best position at Olympic was. Well, there were times where he was playing as a sole striker, just for good measure. I think he played everywhere but goalkeeper for them.
There's Crociati. City just trying to get back into this game. 2-1. Would love to get level before the end of the half. It's a good tackle there. There's shouts from the bench, but I think he did get the ball.
I think so. And look, the benches are going to say every call should be going their way, as is their right to do.
The temperature is certainly dropping tonight here at Perry Park. There's no heating in the commentary booth for James. I'm certainly all right. Used to this weather.
I'm staying right out of that one.
It's Plisson. City's turn to pile pressure on Gold Coast Knights. There's a delivery and it's chance to the back post, off the line. Huge opportunity.
Sam Layton with the block, and Brown, how many times have you made those ghosting runs into the back post, left-footed first touch, and you would have been expecting him to bury it, and he did get it on target past the keeper for the desperate defending.
There's Brown trying to turn provider this time, and it's straight it went. I think an old saying Alan McCoy would say, he's got to score.
Take him over some of those XG stats.
Exactly right.
About 7 minutes to go in the first half, and I just feel like City would be feeling all right about their position right now. They did struggle in that period where they went 2-0 down, but they've certainly not let themselves shy away from how they like to play.
Walters trying to make those darting runs. Here he is. He's up and he's on for the moment. Walters still going. Holds it up. Support has arrived. He's still trying to go himself though, Walters, and I think might have jumped there. Referee agrees.
He has had a couple of accusations of diving, Marquez Walters. They're made sure that referees have seen the contact that was or wasn't there.
Looked a little soft, shall we say.
Indeed. But it's all part of the game, and if it's given, then so be it. Just ask Fabio Grosso.
Here's Brown. Had that huge opportunity just moments ago to pull City level.
If we're going into the cliche book, don't think they want to give him another one of those.
Here's Brown. Worked it well again. Early delivery. Is shot from Munich again. It's kept alive though, because back to Munich. Can he get it away? Gold Coast Knights so quick out to stop him, and here they go, and it's a bit of a poor touch there from Walters.
Boy, is he seeing them well tonight, Jakub Mudnic. He's, I think, got licence to shoot at will, and he is making Casey Wendt work at every opportunity.
He just seems to just find spaces. For the moment, it is Brisbane City who look most likely to score as Knights hang in there. Lovely retouch there from Brown. Bolton trying to get it in. He's just back onto his right foot. He's closely watched by the skipper. Inman trying to clear. A lot of celebrations from the City side as they put a lot of pressure on Gold Coast Knights, and that's not a good sign there for Gold Coast Knights.
That is absolutely the last thing that they would have been wanting to see, is their standing captain, Tyson Martin, who's been so strong all season, now coming off second best after that challenge. He might have actually just been caught in a sensitive spot. So I might have kicked the wrong ball. This is why they asked you to supervise me.
No comment. This is a family show, James.
That was my family-friendly description.
There's Langdon. Plus the Knights put pressure on, and it does come off here.
It almost looked like it took a bobble right before it got to the foot of Ollie Plasner.
Well, I was going to say the pitch is actually looking quite well, considering 2 matches have played on it today.
Exactly. Well, pretty much any pitch looking even close to green at this time of the year is an achievement at the best of times. Not to mention with the copious amounts of rain we dealt with to start the season. And look, I know we've still got 2 weeks of the season to go with the final series across the senior competitions, but certainly seems like it'll be an achievement to get these competitions completed on time.
Yeah, it appears like we're heading that way.
I'm trying to think. This is my 7th year doing this. I think we've had 2 seasons that you could say have been uninterrupted by unique events.
City on the counter, it's with Bolton. Bolton, he's got options to his left, but he probably just took one touch too many there. A little bit indecisive on the attack.
He wanted to try and get that one back onto his left to maybe shape for the shot, but just overstepped it a little bit.
It is with Martin as Knights look to recycle. There's that long ball. I think Martin was the intended target there. It's McGrath. Got the right type of 1-2 to play there, and Gold Coast Knights have it as we are approaching half-time here at Perry Park.
2 minutes of normal time remaining and maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time for the goal celebrations.
Well, found out just earlier today that it's usually 1 or 2 minutes for the first half and 3 or 4 roughly for the second, barring injuries.
That's usually just the numbers I pull out.
He's with Cobb. He's actually all alone here. Cobb going to shift left, shifts right, gets it across. A little bit overhit. Anak will keep her alive. Needs the help off the dot. Again, they recycle here, Knights. Diaz looking for it. Does come out to him. He'll look to deliver on the right foot. Walters is looking for it, but it's just floated into the safe clutches of Langdon.
aside from that save off the header from Walters, Langdon hasn't really had too much else to do. I mean, aside from the 2 goals, obviously, but not much he could do about either of those, really.
Crociati doing really well to burst up from the back, but just strives one touch. A few strides too many there, I think.
And he is one of those players that has come into Brisbane City this year and really bought into the club culture that they are building there as well. So long he was the leader of Southwest Queensland Thunder, and now he's come down the range, found a new home at Imperial Corp Stadium, and actually surprised we aren't seeing any of the curly wigs for Crociati like the Thunder fans brought to the 2020 Grand Final. The dynamic Italian duo, Crociati and Paki DeVita.
Does feel like a good fit for Crociati though here at Brisbane City.
I feel like there was only one club he was ever going to end up at if he moved down to Brisbane.
Moonlight with a touch there, and it's like he was clipped. The referee agrees. 4th official just preparing the board for the added on minutes here, as City would love to get an equaliser before half time, as Knights happy just to see it out. It is 2 minutes of additional time. Spot on, James.
Oh, broken clocks and all that. Joys of these finals, we actually get a board.
Makes it easier for the commentator. It's Halliday. Halliday trying to squeeze it through to Bolton. It's Cobb. It's a clearance. Walters, as ever, always happy to chase it down, and he's looking to force City into an error. McGrath. He is winning it. Referee says nothing in that, actually. And here's Barnes. Barnes. Just offside. The referee will pull it back for that. He does.
Bolton just a step too far ahead of where he needed to be on that occasion. I think the pass might have come in a little bit hot for Barnes to get that clean control on, but he knows he's got that support around him, and the former Southampton Academy player now plying his trade in southeast Queensland.
Weather's obviously a lot better for him here, I think.
Your words, not mine.
I think they get about a week of good weather. Edmund up towards Walters, but that should be saved back to the goalkeeper.
Growing stress from Sadazai. It's been a long season for both of these sides. 45 and a bit minutes to go.
There we are at half-time here at Perry Park. Gold Coast Knights raced really into a 2-goal lead with a fantastic finish from Walters, but Brisbane City came rushing back to pull a goal back. How was that first half, James?
It sort of ebbed and flowed for both sides. Walters with the opener, with the second goal, I beg your pardon, after Anic scored the opener, and City, to their credit, battled their way back into it and probably feel like they could be equal.
Well, half-time, it is all to play for at Perry Park. Gold Coast Knights 2, Brisbane City 1.
Excellence. Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire, the care we give.
Baby girl.
At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
How do I feel this time? What's played off?
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Offside!
Well, welcome back for the second 45 minutes here at Perry Park. Brisbane City have it all to do in this second half. They are trailing by 2-1. It was a spectacular finish from Walters in that first half. Gave them a second goal, but City have enough firepower to get back into this game. Appears to be no changes at the half. As I wait the second 45 minutes. Again, I am still joined alongside James Coughlin for the second 45 minutes.
Should be a gripping second half, Alan. Brisbane City with plenty of chances to get back into this match. I think we just got confirmation from Match Commissioner Sam. There's no changes made either way.
And we are off and running here for the second 45 minutes. I think Brisbane City arguably ended that first half the better side. It's Cobb early on, City picking up. It'll be interesting to see how this second half does come out. Both players will certainly be committed because this is their only chance at silverware. It is Mudnik. Bolton, rather. Bolton trying to whip it in, but it's well defended. There's Inman marshalling that one. So trying to make it happen early. Bolton always looking to shoot on the left foot, and it took a bit of a skid there on his way through to Went, and he got a little bit of afters from Barnes. Referee not having any of that.
Tell you what, I thought Marcus Barnes had better breaks than that.
I think we'll blame the pitch there, James, a little bit slidey.
And it is very sandy down that end as well. I saw a few players, even in the Kappa Pro Series final between Moreton City and Lions. Footing was a bit of an issue down there as well, so that might have been a smart shot actually from Bolton, trying to work the surface to his advantage.
Here's Martin. Kuru trying to just force it through here as Marcus Walters chasing it down, always a willing runner. There's with Inman. Out to Cobb. Can he get it into the box here? Always looking to get back onto his right foot. It's well defended from the skipper. City look to try and break, but Knights pick it up. Leighton. Inman back to Leighton. Kuru with a loose pass here, and Barnes will look to try and run into that space, but with a foot race, I think Leighton's got a bit of pace about him as well.
Certainly seems like it would be a non-handicap race if they were doing the 100-metre dash.
Here's Leighton. Knights very calm, very controlled at the start. 45 minutes as they give up possession straight away. Lovely little shift. Here's Barnes. Barnes tries to turn onto his left foot, but it's skipped away. Walters say left it. Back to Cobb. Good switcher play. Right, something to go down that other side. There's making the run. There he is. Gets it across, and it's bent to the back of the net. It's Anik again with his second. It's a cool finish. Really well played from Gold Coast Knights. They worked it from left to right into the box and built it home.
And Langdon just rooted to the spot. There was nothing he could do. So well hit was it by Joel Ardich, and he gets his second goal for the night and second goal in his short Gold Coast Knights career.
Well, that's the way to do it. That's the way to come onto the scene as a Knights player. Knights leading by 3-1. It's another early goal conceded in the second half from Brisbane City this season.
You talk about responses as well. That is exactly what the Knights coaching staff led by Dave Abella would have been hoping for, finding a way to just restore that 2-goal advantage, because they went into that halftime break on the back foot. And I'm not going to try and quote the Paramount Plus commentator who disrespected the Australia Cup and say that Brisbane City should have just gone into their shell at 2-0 down, and now they've got to really push for it again.
Oh, they certainly do, and I think this will play in the hands now of Gold Coast Knights, because as we said in that first half, they're actually very good at sitting a little bit deeper and just hitting on the counter.
And they do have the ability to play multiple different ways, and looks like Peter Gaffney could be going to his bench very early in the second half as he responds to that early concession. You can see Masa Yokoyama and Malachi Lovesamira stripped. Lovesamira for the second time this evening.
Here's Inman. I think Knights would love just one more goal if they can before those subs come on. Yokoyama, of course, very creative. It'll be a right good spark for City.
Plenty of goal-scoring prowess there as well. Masa Yokoyama scored a hat-trick earlier this season against Gold Coast Knights.
There's again getting to that byline, looking to get across. City very stationary as Knights come forward, but City will look to counter. It seems a little bit rattled at the moment, Brisbane City.
Well, I probably would have thought it would have been normal service resumed coming out of the break, but no such luck, and now they find themselves having to claw back a 2-goal deficit.
Oh, what a tackle that is from Inman. That is a Scottish challenge there, James. What do you reckon?
I think that was just a damn good challenge, to be honest.
And the substitutions will be made here as run for James.
Mark Galindo is withdrawn for Lovesamira. And well, there's a bit of a surprise. Marcus Barnes is coming off to be replaced by Yokoyama.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting change there from Brisbane City. Barnes coming off. Who's going to play through the middle, do you think there, James?
I think it'll be Lovesamira leading the line. And I do notice as well, as Barnes has just come to the bench, he's got a little bit of a limp, and he does have that right thigh very heavily strapped as well. So it could be one of those situations where it's just maybe playing it safe. I know this is the last game of the season, but there is a risk of further serious damage that could impact his off-season. And also, to be fair, he's had a rough old go of it taking on the twin towers of Martin and Leighton. So maybe introducing a little bit of speed and a little bit of chaos with Lovesamira just changes it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think when you think about Martin's obviously got a bit about him as well, but here's Lovesamira instantly into the action, getting to the byline, looking for some support. He just didn't get his head up. He plays it across. The referee, though, think it might have just gone out of play. It has gone out of play.
The assistant's flag went up pretty quickly on that occasion. He's looking to try and change the script a little bit, Peter Gaffney, with that change. He's taking charge of his 40th game with Brisbane City after replacing the departed Carl Dodd. Spent this year with the Raw NPL side before departing to focus on work and family commitments.
You know all about that, James?
Yeah. Well, work, family and football. We both would.
We certainly would. As game's kind of gone as we expected. Gold Coast Knights just happily sitting back, just inviting the pressure from Brisbane City so far, and haven't quite been able to create an awful lot. But we'll be interested with that early change with Barnes coming off, because, like we said earlier, Barnes a little bit more of a physical threat. Lovesamira will bring that pace and energy. See if that can have a bit of an impact, but they're going to have to get players up to support him, that's for sure.
They certainly will, because I don't think the Knights' defence is going to sit high enough for Lovesamira to have too much luck running in behind them. So they're going to have to try and find creative ways to unleash his pace. Watched Lovesamira progress through the ranks. Certainly a dynamic player at this level.
Can he have the impact for Brisbane City? They'd certainly love it too. Inman, Yokoyama chasing this one down. Japanese midfielder, Prosciata, is back with them. I think Inman just managed to keep that in. Langman agrees. There's Walters. Yeah, a bit quiet start of second half, Marquez Walters.
You know what that means, right? We're about 5 minutes away from him doing something crazy.
Speaking of crazy, I think Brown having a go on his left peg.
He can hit them. I know we were talking about this in the first half, but Brown, that left foot, scored a couple of spectacular goals up at Redcliffe when the Roar were playing up there. Big thing as well, Alan. So Brisbane City in their run to the final conceded just the one goal. Now tonight they've let 3 in, and due in large part to a trio of excellent strikes from Knights, but 3 pretty special hits, and could we have a fourth?
Right, ball just got a cross goal. I think they're just hesitating on what to do. But you're right there what you say about Brisbane City, but I think Gold Coast Knights, like we said at the start, they've been very inconsistent, and when they're on their day, they can do this against most sides in the NPL. Certainly,
and the way that they've got this team set up as well, so just doing the quick maths before tonight's match kicked off, 49 goals in all comps for Gold Coast Knights, but they did come in fits and spurts. Put 5 past St George in round 5 of this competition.
Oh, Samir doing really well there, winning the corner, strong defending from Gold Coast Knights, actually going for a goal kick.
Last touch did look like it came off the hanging foot of Love Samira, but also keeping in mind as well. So, yeah, Gold Coast Knights, they did manage to put 5 past St George in that round 5 contest, and that was over and done with basically at halftime. They just came out of the blocks firing. They also put 4 past Rochdale in round 7 to qualify for the national stage of the Australia Cup. But talk about the impact of one man, and Walters now 22 of the 52 goals that Knights have scored this year.
I think
there was contact there.
Yeah. I think Walters looked tad unlucky not to win a free kick in that instance. Chiari just giving it away, but City. Oh, that looked dangerous.
That was a high foot
there,
from Kikuyo. Yeah. He's prone to a couple of the wild challenges, Kikuyo, as well. A few weeks ago against Moreton City, he was very lucky to stay on the pitch, in my mind.
Is Halliday. City looking for some kind of response to giving it away.
Well, Cobb's open if he wants it.
Hesitant on the pass, but it comes across here to Marquez Walters. Good save, and Cobb with a follow-up by the post. An open net and a big chance to really put the game to bed.
Oh, that was so close. So close. And Walters, well, we talk about taking something special to beat Brisbane City. That was an excellent save from Langdon, and he got back on his feet and put so much pressure on there. Oh, that was a hefty challenge.
Yeah, a few challenges coming in now. The referee wanting to have a little word there with the right back, Diaz.
And he did say before Brown took that free kick, wait for the go ahead. I just want to give Diaz the warning. So Brown is the only player to have been booked so far.
Could be a tad surprising, Brian.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But of Samira slipping on the deck there, I think. Gold Coast Knights thump it away. It's McGrath. It's Budnick getting her across goal. It's spilled. Langdon and
I guess must have thought that his own teammate cleared him out.
I was going to say we're in an era where goalkeepers are very protected. Not so much there. There's Bolton, I think, trying to get to that, but it will just be a little bit overhit.
Well, I know goalkeepers are protected, but I still think it's quite optimistic asking for a foul when it's your own player that crashes into you. Just ask Manchester United.
Yeah, we won't talk about Manchester United, will we, James?
No, we'll focus on the good teams like Knights and Brisbane City. And I'm not going into the comment section after that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I've got much of a leg to stand on as a, as a supporter of my team, which I will not name.
There are only 2 teams in Scotland, aren't there? Everything else is Australian by default.
Here's Inman. Right to Cobb. Cobb looking to get into the box. Walters actually screaming for it in there. Cobb still going. Does come across. It does go into Walters! And he gets his second. You just knew he was going to have a say today. Marcus Walters has probably finished this game off.
Well, it was almost feeling like it was against the run of play, Walters, but he just drifted into the back post, timed his leap perfectly, and nodded it home. I do wonder, though, would that have been travelling in from the foot of Ty Cobb, I think it was, who had the cross? And Walters just buries it and adds another one to his tally for the season. That is now 23 goals in 32 starts. The man cannot stop scoring.
He's always there for the big occasions for Gold Coast Knights. And he's there again. It's like it might be a long old road now for Brisbane City. But we have seen crazier things in finals football.
We certainly have, and with the number of chances City have created, you can't rule out some sort of comeback. You know, maybe get it to 4-3 and a few nervy final minutes at the very least.
First things first, we need to get it to 4-2.
And this is also one of the times where we need to put in our usual disclaimer as commentators. We aren't supporting either side. We just want chaos and entertainment.
So far, very professional performance from Gold Coast Knights. They are on a 3-goal advantage now. But as we've seen at the first half, it only takes a goal to change games.
It certainly does. And well, for Knights, this is a club that does expect success. And Scott McDonald has done a fantastic job building the program here before stepping back into his football director role with Dave Abella. Oh, trouble here.
Halliday trying to be a bit too tricky on it. It's Cobb. He always looked to shoot here, and he fires over the bar. He only had one thing on his mind there, didn't he?
He certainly did. There was no way he wasn't going to try and get on the score sheet, especially after Walters maybe stole that one off it in true striker fashion, in all fairness to him.
That was a bit of a resemblance there of the old Nani Ronaldo situation with Portugal. Out it goes as Knights have City exactly where they want them. I think Gold Coast Knights have won the last 4 meetings between the two sides.
Fairly strong run of results.
Sinman.
Knights' defensive record as well. We mentioned City's, but Knights pretty strong themselves, equal third best goals allowed in the NPL with Olympic. And in their cup run, they've never conceded more than 1 goal in a match. So,
extraordinary. Knights looking for more. Yokoyama here. Inman trying to get back here, he does. I think Yokoyama just a little bit frustrated there. He didn't get the man on call from anybody. Inman up to Walters.
ooh. Sadazai called for the free kick. I thought that might have been allowed to go based on some of the other plays that have been deemed play on.
Yeah, it was a little bit late though from Sadazai. Wasn't an awful lot of attempt to really play the ball, I don't think.
You just know Walters, he's going to push for that hat-trick now.
He has scored a few hat-tricks in his career, Walters.
Indeed, he has. He had that. I think he actually had the hat-trick against St George in round 5.
Yama with the early ball of Samira. He's trying to shift and shimmy into the box. City players very slow to get up to support him here.
I think also it is a testament to the skill that Walters does have, where he's not a natural. Well, he hasn't slid into this side as a natural fit. He has had to adjust, and he's still gone and had another 20-plus goal season.
Well, Samir needs the support from his captain, Halliday. City will need to look to score soon. So Zai with the delivery, it's knocked away and just skipped away from Mundick's foot. Walters doing what all good strikers do. He could just try and leave the pressure by winning a foul, but still City come calling. That's a little bit of a loose delivery into the box. Bitterly disappointing from a City point of view.
Similar to what we saw from Corey Brown coming down the same sideline in the first half. Just couldn't quite put his foot through the ball. He got underneath it and sent it into the balcony of the building behind us.
Here's Leighton. Kind of cool, back to Leighton. And Min, as always, happy to offer for the ball. There's Martin. Goal captain, Gold Coast Knights, surely to cup victory, unless City will have a say. There's Yokoyama. Looking to create. Let go for a corner, it has done.
Corner. Much to the chagrin of the Knights players.
I think he was always looking to get onto his right foot for the delivery. Knights defending well. Here's a corner for Brisbane City. Is there a way back?
Still plenty of time.
It's a really good ball, and it just needed a touch towards goal. It went getting a little bit frustrated there. Something going on in front of him. He's
Ollie Plusman, I think he felt like Plusman might have fouled him in the build-up there, because Went did wind up on the ground.
Plusman was also on the ground there as well.
It might have been a tug down from Went in the process, but he was livid with not getting the free kick on that occasion.
Here's Leighton. And a call, touch, Yokoyama putting the challenge in, and I think it'll be still a Knights throw. They're starting to slow the game down a little bit, Gold Coast Knights, as expected. Still a lot of time to go, but
this is their specialty in these sorts of matches. They've got the lead, they know how to see these games out. You think of all the players that have been there and done it before.
That was a sneaky one from the captain on Martins.
Not sneaky enough, as Walters, I think he's just saying, don't mess up my hair, please.
They should know all about that.
Sure, let's go with that. You usually have to have hair for that. Just usually go for the buzz cut.
Stairs. Moving it forward, a little bit of a foot race here. Cobb going a little bit centrally there, looking for the ball into the box this time rather than being a provider.
And forces the concession of a throw-in as well. I think that was going behind for a corner, but McGrath, I believe, was one running back to make sure that it's a throw-in rather than giving them the opportunity to deliver it into the box.
It's a good shout from Langdon as he collects it for Brisbane City. Scrochetti. Halliday. Doza with the switch of play. Gold Coast Knights is happy to set into their formation. It's inviting Brisbane City to push on them. Trying to go for the mistake there. I think Doza was looking for that, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I think Walters, he's had a few run-ins here and there with some of these guys over the course of the last 69 and a bit minutes.
Wasn't a bad ball over the top there too. Bolton, you sort of just drifted to that left side of the park at the moment as the wind just begins to pick up again here at Perry Park. It's been an extraordinary day of weather here. Beautiful day though.
Most importantly, dry.
That's correct. Very dry. Very dry indeed. Halliday battling. City looking to come out on top, and they do. Will they have another say? Budnik is back with them. So quick to close them down when he's got the ball, Budnik. I'll say something was said at half-time.
Indeed, but King just able to withstand the challenge.
Inman, referee, waves that one on. Here is Cobb. Not in any hurry at all to use his energy to drive forward. Gold Coast Knights leading by 4-1. If you've just joined us in the Queensland Cup final live on FQ TV. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to keep up to date to all the NPL and FQ action, especially with finals coming up.
Some big games coming up in the next few weeks. We've got the FQPL1 and NPL seasons culminating 2 weeks from tonight here at Perry Park.
Sure, we're talking about Perry Park. James, what's your thoughts about the finals move from Suncorp back to Perry Park?
Look, football's coming home, that's the important thing. And Suncorp was great for the 2 years that we were there as well. It's always special getting to play on that sort of stage, but there's something about this ground. We've seen so many memorable moments here across the league and the cup competitions as well. I really can't wait. I just hope that the breeze isn't as big of a factor for us in 2 weeks. I know we've talked about it so much. I'm sure some people are probably sick of hearing about it, but it arguably has been one of the biggest factors both up here and down on the pitch as well. So many cross-field passes getting caught up as Love Samira.
Love Samira getting involved there. I think what you usually call it is a bit of handbags going on.
I just call it aggressive negotiations.
I think Nice just trying everything to keep the game at a slow pace, and Love Samira obviously quite rightly just trying to get the game off and running as quickly as possible. His side currently behind, and they've got a lot to do if they have to get back into this.
Kikuyo, when he was down on all fours, he just crawled onto the side of the pitch just in case they needed any extra time to come off the clock.
Here's Inman. He'll thump it away. City just trying to keep the ball down this end of the field. Machete. Oh, good save. Well worked there from City. It kind of just bobbled around and fell to him nicely in the box.
And unfortunately that strike was straight into the welcoming arms of Casey Went. He was just able to fall on it. Had it been either side, maybe it could have taken a bobble and gone by him, but probably one of the easier saves he will make. But well worked in the build-up though by City.
It is getting to the point now with the score line that City just need to take their chances. Got to take something soon. At the moment, Knights travelled up the Bruce Highway and will go back down with the trophy.
Well, the good news is for Brisbane City, though, it's not All frustrating night, though, with the women, I'm assuming, already celebrating their trophy.
A very professional performance from them against Olympic.
Calm, controlled and composed.
It's obviously usually quite interesting when a top division side plays a team that's won the league so comfortably down below.
And we have seen that a few times this year as well across the league and the cup. And the recipe for the winner seems to stay the same, which is score early and try and control the tempo of the match. Knights, they haven't controlled this one completely, but they have done just enough when they have had their moments in ascendancy. That's a call that I think Love Samira disagrees with, and I can kind of see where his argument is coming from there.
Absolutely. Of course, you mentioned this Knights side missing some big players as well. Akbari is with international duties, a very creative player for them, and obviously like Crawl at the back and
Max Brown, the finals specialist, scoring in, lost count of how many straight finals matches actually. It's about 4 or 5.
And you look through this Gold Coast Knights side, so much quality, they'll be really disappointed they didn't make at least the top 4 this year.
Certainly, but it is also a testament to the rising standards across the NPL as well, where with 2 rounds to go, I think there were 8 clubs that actually had a mathematical chance of getting into the top 4. And I suppose the traditional superpowers have been broken up at least a little bit this year, with East taking Knights' spot in the top 4. Oh, I should point out that last time Knights missed the NPL final series, they did go on and win the next 2 grand finals, so have to keep an eye on.
There's a treble involved there too, wasn't there, Jim?
2023.
We're here now as Brisbane City looking to try and find a way back into it. Nice intricate play. Gold Coast Knights just trying to get it anywhere will do. Diaz actually looking to run it out. Diaz still going. Really good run here from him, and he wins the foul. Excellent play there from the right back.
And Halliday just quick to say, yeah, I had to stop you, dude. That was just too strong in the end.
He's deceptively quick, Diaz.
Yeah, well, there's not a whole lot of deception about it this afternoon, or tonight, as he just hit the accelerator and left everyone for dead. But he does have that pace that has served him well wherever he has been asked to play. I think it was an interesting signing when he came to Knights, because they had the mainstay Jaden Walker, who had been there right back since their entry into the NPL. And he's taken that job with Walker now, Gold Coast United.
Samira is just trying to squeeze it through, but it's not quite there. It's not quite coming off for City. And just trying to put the high press on, try and win the ball up the park. It's just a little bit too easy at the moment for the Knights to get up. Here's Walters. Oh, he's happy to take on his man, Marquez Walters, but he loses out on that occasion. Here's Mudnik. Possession given up. It is with King. Diaz, such a willing runner. Excellent performance from him as he drives into the box, looks to squeeze across, and it hasn't quite been cleared yet. It is eventually. And it's City's time to try and launch a counter. They're not able to do it. You see how hard Gold Coast Knights are working to just prevent City from getting up the park. They're the ones running back when they lose the ball. Here comes City though.
Trying to break through the middle and finding the support with Mudnic.
Mudnic always looking to have a goal. It loves Samira. Kuyama back to Love Samira!
Oh,
and the substitute with a wonderful finish. He coolly dispatches it. And we said goals change games. It's 4-2 now here in the final.
And a well-worked move by City with Love Samira starting it on the left, cutting across, working with Yokoyama and then finishing it. I thought the angle was going to be too tight for him, but a calm finish on that right foot to just roll it past Wendt. And dare I say, Alan, it is game on in the Cup final.
There's a little bit of afters going on there, and Diaz is just needlessly getting involved. Referee might have to book Diaz here.
He went through his pocket.
Yeah. Just his arms around Bolton. Or Mudnik, sorry. Throw Mudnik to the ground.
And the final decision is, guys, let's not do anything stupid, keep a cool head, which is easier tonight than it might have been back in February.
I quite like that decision from the referee, though.
I feel like it's one of those situations where you almost have to single out a player to book, whether it's on one side or the other. But it also feels a bit harsh just giving one guy the yellow card.
Oh, Brisbane City looking to move now. A looping delivery, and that'll be caught from Wendt. That's exactly what they needed, Brisbane City. Can they find a way back? One more goal certainly changes this, as Knights will look to make their change as well very soon.
And I'm sure whoever is getting subbed off will be sauntering off to the sideline. Liam Saba is the player ready to come on to the pitch.
Here's Yokoyama. I think the substitutions have worked for Brisbane City, Yokoyama and Love Samira.
Yeah, they've certainly injected a lot of life into their attack, and just seeing Yokoyama buzzing around the midfield, Love Samira attacking the different channels up top.
That's not the right ball to play in that situation.
I think I saw about 4 Brisbane City players stick up their hands and go, what was that?
City working hard to put pressure down. That's a great touch from Cobb, but he just loses out in it. And for the moment, it is Brisbane City who are all over Gold Coast Knights, and typical commentative fashion, give away the ball.
But just as they finished that first half, Brisbane City, they are starting to get back into the ascendancy. They couldn't make their chances count in the opening stanza. They've got 10 or so minutes to find 2 goals.
There's Plusson. Switcher play to Brown. Keeps the ball in. Brown will look to just launch this into the box. Leighton thumps it away. Here's Halliday. Mudnik. He's looking to have a go, and he fires over the bar. He was always leaning back on that one, and you could feel the disappointment around the stadium when he let fly.
Joel Anich coming off with Liam Saba replacing him. So an attacking player coming off for a defensive one. Probably not the most surprising of moves.
Yeah, I think Anik was a little bit quieter in the second half. He was really involved in the play in the first 45 minutes, but not so much in the second half. Obviously, Knights had just a couple of bursts where they got their goals, and for the most part, they've been happy just to allow City to have the ball and try and come onto them.
Just looking at where Saba has slotted in, he will be on that left side of defence. So you've got 4 guys who are capable of playing central defender there, but perhaps more importantly, this does free up Tai Kaneko to move further forward where he is a more natural fit.
Might allow Inman as well to get more onto the ball, because he's been dropped a bit deeper to support as well. We've got a natural defender behind him now.
Kaneko described as a dynamic attacking player in the Australia Cup match.
Knights looking just to put this game absolutely away in the final 10 minutes or so.
feels like they wouldn't be 100% comfortable just yet.
I think absolutely to Brisbane City's credit, they haven't let their heads drop and they've just kept going, kept playing the way they want to play. They'll be really frustrated, I think, at the way they conceded, especially the 2 second-half goals.
Indeed, but in all fairness, like, that's what we saw against them, even when they went down to Avondale 6-2. Those last few goals also came about just because City said, no, we're still going to try and attack, we've got to go for it, and it's going to be very much the same over the next 6 or 7 minutes. Oh, so close.
I'm actually come back through the claim for offside, but it came off the Knights player. Here's Walters, has drifted out left. Knights prepare for another substitution. Here's Walters doing his hold-up play. There's Kaneko, the dynamic attacker.
I wonder who Xander Guy will be coming on for.
Inman.
You think? Okay. One of the few players to, I believe, score on both sides of the Gold Coast Derby divide.
You say he's the Kenny Miller of Gold Coast Derbies?
Yes, as long as you don't ask me anything more about that, yes.
That was a late lunge. Referee coming across quickly there. There's a yellow card as well. I think it was Halliday.
It was Halliday, and I think that's the fastest I've seen any referee move in any game today, knowing that if he didn't go and award the yellow card, it would have very ugly very quickly.
This Cobb that is the man that looks like he'll be making way for Gold Coast Knights. You've been told, instructed to go off at the far side. As you do remember, nowadays you can go off at any part of the pitch.
That might have been one of the best rule changes we've had brought through in the last few years, because how much time was lost, especially by a team that was chasing a game as well, having to go from the far corner of the field to the designated area. It's, yeah, not trying to blow any bubbles anywhere, but sometimes common sense really is useful when it's used.
I mean, it was used as a tactic, because you usually sub your left back or your furthest away player the final few minutes and tell him to walk off.
I always like seeing the refs that actually say, that have the wherewithal to know when that gamesmanship is happening, and they say, no, just get off there.
City have to give it all in the final few minutes at Perry Park. Good crowd, good support for Brisbane City here today.
1-2 isn't a bad record, I suppose, for the club. And for both of these sides as well, they'll go into very interesting off-seasons. A lot could change both ways as well. I feel like Peter Gaffney has done well enough to keep the job, and Dave Abella bringing a trophy back in just a dozen games in charge. Pretty decent return.
Here's Inman. Samira just butting off the ball. Didn't see an awful lot in that there. Love Samira. Football at the end of the day is a contact sport.
That's been one of my favourite phrases, Alan. Football is a contact sport. The other codes are collision sports.
Oh, most certainly. Leighton looks for Marcus Walters just to try and hold it up, but he's crowded out. 4 numbers on him.
I think there may be a few bruises on Walters from some of those challenges he's been subjected to. But I
think he's used to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's used to it, and he's held strong as well, and quite smartly kept his composure.
Go for a throw on the far side here at Perry Park. Gold Coast Knights, so just minutes away now from getting their trophy. Can they add the icing to the cake here? City do enough to clear out here. And they are looking to play it out from the back. And they give it away. Walters looking for it, but it's not able to get it through to him. Knight still trying to keep the ball down this end. I think that was a little bit of a soft one there. Referee gives a foul though.
I think he might have stood on the ball on the way through.
So.
However, in Australian football fashion, off the best apparition was their contact that made him stand on the ball.
The referee deems so, and Gold Coast Knights have the free kick and a chance to run down some more time here.
Well, you know the one opinion that really does matter in a situation like this? The referees.
Absolutely. It's a lot easier referee up here on the sidelines.
Defer to the guy who's a little bit closer to the action, and I actually was wondering if Walters was going to be the one to take this free kick, but it's going to be Kikuyu. 4 minutes of time added on as well, Alan.
4 minutes to play, but Kikuyu could just put this game away here. There's the right foot. It's a decent strike, and it's well saved from Langdon. From that range, it is difficult to get it up and over, but he does well. And then the ball does fall into safe clutches. Good strike there.
It was, and very quick reaction from Langdon as well, just getting across and just palming it away. It's one of his strengths, actually, Langdon, not only making the saves, but seemingly knocking it away from danger as well.
He's a very intelligent player. Everyone forward now here from City. The ball's flown in. Still City come. But Knights will clear. And they had numbers there, Gold Coast Knights, if they could make it happen.
I think everyone wanted to be the recipient of the pass rather than the one to make it.
That's exactly right. That's a really good run. Far side, but Diaz just so strong. Very difficult to play against, and he does really well there. And wins the ball just to run out some more time.
That's really all they have to do at this point. Just be patient, see it out. They know there is about 150 odd seconds left, and they can burn a few of those with a substitution at the next break in play.
It's like Nash will be the man to come on when there is a break in play. Not sure if I ever got it cleared up, but I think there was a game I covered recently where Nash was yellow carded 3 times.
It was Graham Poll refereeing.
We'll leave it there. Here comes the substitution for Knights. It is Marcus Walters, the man that scored a double. He was looking for a hat-trick, but he was tremendous tonight. Does a job that is often mistaken or not thought about, the running, but he's rewarded with his 2 goals. And Nash, man onto the park.
And a big smile on his face as well, Walters, as he is embraced by the Knights coaching staff. His first trophy here in Queensland, after falling at the final hurdle 3 times with Moreton City. Bolton smartly pulls out of that.
He was the talisman for Moreton City for so many seasons, but now he's been able to make an impact down at the Gold Coast.
He certainly has, and I feel like part of the theory behind that move is try to showcase himself at a club that does have a history of moving players onto the A-League. Most recently, Austin Ludwig with the Brisbane Roar. He got 1 Kappa Pro Series game for Knights this year, and then was signed to play under Ruben Zadkovic, and is back in orange for this coming A-League season.
Here's Nash.
That was out.
Play. Still is a little bit of time for Brisbane City, but they're certainly running out of it. Back to Langdon.
I wonder if he was going to shoot for a second there, Langdon.
Did look like it. Captain trying to Spurs team on. There's Mudnik. Will he have a goal? He certainly will. It's just starting to get a bit of frustration now from the midfielder.
That radar isn't quite working the same way that it was earlier in the season, or earlier in the evening. Just had a very happy Luke Kroll walking past us. Big smile on his face. He's ready to go celebrate with his team.
He's preparing to run onto the pitch, or limp onto the pitch, shall we say?
Get onto the pitch.
And the referee does blow the full-time whistle. Celebrations from the Gold Coast Knights bench as they have won the Queensland Cup. It was a really professional performance for them. They got the goals at vital times and they're able to sit off Brisbane City. Brisbane City, they played well and they battled hard. But they weren't able to see it out or get back into the game as much as they could, James.
It was job done for Gold Coast Knights. They end their season with some silverware, with a professional performance. They leapt out to that 2-goal lead, and City did push them from time to time, but they just couldn't get it back to the margin they were really hoping for. And in the end, it was the quality of the Knights' strikes that made the difference.
Gold Coast Knights are the cup winners for this season. It has been a tremendous end to this campaign, and it's finished here at Perry Park. Brisbane City 2, Gold Coast Knights 4.